welcome to Arkham Horror, the living card game, fan-based creation stuff from Arkham Central, featuring the approaching storm, 6-act campaign, gigantic in scope. Previously we saw the first 4 acts, and today we look at the lair of the cult. So apparently, what happened the synopsis is that you are asked to investigate, to help with an investigation, with a puzzle, and then there is a crime scene where the investigator that you wanted to help was killed. In dark waters, you went by a steamboat, and that steamboat got kind of attacked in a weird way. Surviving that, you ended up in a curiosity shop, and onward you go to follow the clues via a train in shadow rails, and finally you arrive at the lair of the cult. You sit down on a bench and talk to Dr. Armitage and Dr. Butterbush about the dream you all just shared. Something otherworldly clearly doesn't want you pursuing this mystery. So you get a feeling of something intangible trying to thwart your plans. And that's what I like about Arkham Horror. There are some people that I hope, like me, that sometimes get the feeling that the cosmos is obstructing you and is not amused but with what you are trying to achieve. And the way that this fantasy game captures that is fascinating. Yeah, so maybe my weirdness. Lair of the Cult reuses this and this and this and this from the base game, and there are some new icons that I don't recognize. Maybe it's Dunwich. Okay, let's hit the road. Lair of the Cult. So, difficulty tracker as usual, hard and normal, easy. The acts and the agendas. So, if all goes well, you get behind enemy lines, you enter the lair, and you break the seals. So think of it like Diablo 2 or something. Meanwhile, the game tries to hinder your search for the truth, and later the danger is closing in on you from what lies beneath, and there can even be you can even suffer an underground storm. And yeah, the Seals of Baal. So the nice thing about this is that after you played this and you have friends, then you can just give the entire stuff, so it will be a surprise for them. Okay, so we have the locations, sewer, sewage enclosed gates, but sewer can be a sewage pool, sewer can be an abandoned tunnel, and a sewer can be an excrement pile, and a sewer can be the altar of Baal, and a sewer can be a caved-in tunnel, and a sewer can be maintenance area, and a sewer can be open sewage pipe, and a sewer can be sewer tunnel or a sewer fiend. So anything can happen in the sewers. Oh yeah, and there's also a hidden passage. But one of these things, probably. No, not sure how you get there, but maybe this is before the sewer. Put the top two sewers in the sewers deck into play to the left and to the right of the hidden passage. Okay, so you start with the hidden passage. So apparently there's something like a shipping office. You go to the back office. You find the hidden passage. You go into the sewers and you find the sacrificial chamber, which is also a sewer. So pretty random, which is great, I think. And if you play it once, the next time it will be different. During the meanwhile, there is also enemies. Let me separate the treacheries. And there are some story things that instruct you, so depending on when you reveal that, the story will also change. So this is excellent, I think, in my opinion. So you have the Storm Ravager, pretty high numbers if you ask me. The Hooded Man and the Abomination of Baal, which is, yes, yeah. As for treacheries, all the standard. And you have in the shadows, all identical. That seems boring, but as usual, you are mixing in a lot of the previous cards, encounter cards. So that will give you the required, desired variation. That is this. So, so far for the lair of the cult. You already got an idea what the cult is about. And we enter the final act, Domain of Baal. And that is not the end, there is also an epilogue that you can read. So you print it and you don't read it, of course, when you are building it. Difficulty tracker, agenda stuff. Yeah, pretty bad stuff. The Plains of Baal, Domain of Baal, Tower of Baal, and Presence of Baal if anything goes wrong. And apparently Baal is chained, so you would either it ends in disaster or it ends in something good. Act 4A. There are two versions of Act 4A, Lord of the Storm and Chains of Baal. So I think, depending on how you act previously, it goes to the first or the second version. So take note that there are two identical acts. So yeah, that is the main plot, and then you have the locations. These are just standard, so you have fronts and backs, and Chamber of Baal, Antechamber, winding stairs, endless hallways, eternity vaults. So it sounds, of course, quite epic. All, yeah, with the swirly things, and you can figure it out. Base of the tower, crevasse bridge, great plains, and wasteland. So apparently you are entering a different dimension, the domain of Baal, of course. So enemy, treachery, enemy. Okay, enemies look like this. Shadow Fiends, Tower Guardian, Shadow Fiend, Shadow Fiend, Shadow Fiends, Beelzebub, Presence of Power, and Shadow Fiends. And you have the Pressing Doom. 4 identical cards. As usual, the variation is in adding of the other packs, and that was everything of the approaching storm. It approached, and hopefully we conquered. So I hope you liked it. Bye.